You can get a $500 loan in 60 seconds. Let me show you how. If you are a person who has no credit or bad credit but looking to build credit or just need some extra cash for the time being, this can be a great place to get access to money fast. What's up, winners? My name is Nam. So on this channel, we talk all things personal finance. Start now by subscribing so you don't miss out on any future videos. So before we start this video, as a disclaimer, I'm not being paid by Possible Finance. I just came across it while I was browsing apps through the App Store, and I thought it looked pretty interesting, so I decided to make a video on it. They do have a referral option for all of its users, so I did place a referral code down in the description below, but aside from that, there were no other incentives for me to do this review. So the company that I will be talking about is going to be called Possible Finance. This is a fintech company that has been around since 2017, and this company, they provide short-term installment loans up to $500. Whenever you go onto their website, they do promote this as a fast and affordable payday loan alternative. The first thing you guys may think is that it's a payday loan. Payday loans are generally not the best type of loans, but more on this later. Their main target audience is for individuals who have little to no credit and people who just want to build their credit history. Like with any loan, it does come at a cost. So these rates are going to vary depending on the states that you live in because it is only limited to only a few states as of right now. So I have a list of all the states over here that are eligible. I really would not recommend getting any one of these loans if you really need the cash, just due to the fact that the interest rates are very high. When you compare it to other methods of getting cash fast, it doesn't really look that bad. According to their website, they advertise that their APR will be 151%. That is not a typo. That is 151%. So when they compare this to other methods of getting cash, they compare it to bank overdraft fees, payroll advance apps, and payday loans. I'm not really sure how this works because I don't think people who would overdraft their bank would just do it by $10 because they would probably get more money than that. So the APR here can be a little bit deceiving. But as for payroll apps and other payday loans, they're sitting around 300%, which is relatively normal for that type of product. But the key difference here is that you would have to pay this money back much sooner than using Possible Finance. So to get started with an application, this is what you will need. You will need a valid driver's license or a state ID or a US passport. And you would also need to have a social security number. Currently, this financial product is only available to US citizens. So that is the bare minimum that you will need to get your application started for a loan. Next, you need a bank account such as a checking account that has been open for at least 3 months. You would also have to have income deposits of $750 or more in this bank account, and it has to be positive. If you have a negative bank account, I think you have much bigger problems than trying to get a loan. So as soon as you sign up, they will require you to link your bank so they can have direct access to your bank accounts. This way they will have some more security since they're not pulling your credit. Now moving on to my next point, let's talk more about the application process. So as I said before, this does not require a credit check. So what Possible Finance does is that they do a soft inquiry on your credit report. Before you guys go off, a soft inquiry is nothing but looking at relevant public information. If you guys ever got pre-approved offers from credit cards in the mail, this is the exact same situation. They're mainly looking at negative marks on your public records, and if there are not, then you would most likely get approved. With soft inquiries, there will be no negative effects on your credit score. So during this process, there could be possible reasons for you getting denied if you have any judgments, liens, or bankruptcies that are publicly reported. But if you are a person who had late payments or never had credit before, this will not stop you from getting approved for this type of loan. So now let's move on to what happens after you get approved. Once you plug in all of your personal information, you should hear something back within 60 seconds. If they do not, then they just need more information or your application got denied. So during my attempt, there was something that went wrong where they could not verify my personal information, so this took longer than expected. If any of this happens to you guys, just make sure you guys reach out to customer service so they can address this problem. Honestly, for me, I had no intentions of using a loan. I just wanted to see if I could get approved and how easy was the process. So whenever they come back with their decision, depending on the state that you live in, you can get as much as $200 to $500. It is possible if there's any existence of deposits or withdrawals from other lenders in your checking account, this could decrease your loan offer amount. They just want to see that you're not over leveraging yourself and taking out a lot of loans. So now let's move on to the fees. Even though the rates will vary by state, you will mostly be charged anywhere between $15 to $20 per $100 borrowed. So let's do some quick math. If you were to take out the maximum $500 and in your state they charge the highest amount, which is 20% of $100 borrowed, this one account will have a total cost of $600 over the life of the loan. So meaning that across 8 weeks, you will essentially pay $600. Since the term of this loan will be 8 weeks, you will have to make 4 payments, including the interest and the principal. Meaning that if you were to borrow $500, you'll be looking to pay around $150 every 2 weeks. Possible Finance, they also use an algorithm to determine which day is the best day for you to pay. But most likely, this will be based off your payday. So once you accept the terms of the loans, once you start making payments, Possible Finance will report this information to the 3 credit bureaus, which in turn will help build your credit. So the good thing about this debt is that it's non-revolving debt, unlike credit cards, which is revolving debt where it just circles back and forth where you pay, get credit, pay, and get credit. Having this type of loan will give you a little bit more of a credit mix, since this is an installment loan where you just have a set amount of payments over a time period. Credit mix, it plays about 10% of your FICO score. And over time, this will help you build your credit since you are diverse in different financial products. Now let's talk about what happens if you make a late payment. According to Possible Finance, any late payments after 13 days from the original selected payment date will be considered a late payment. This can cost you overdraft fees from your bank, and it may affect your ability to lend in the future. Not necessarily from other institutions, but for sure with Possible Finance. So for this to negatively impact your credit score with the credit bureaus, the late payment has to be past 29 days. This will have a dramatic effect on dropping your credit score. So if you are looking to rebuild or just build credit, I would recommend signing up for the notification system so you will never miss a payment. If you become more delayed on your payments, whether it is past 30, 60, 90, it just gets worse for your credit score. So now let's move on to my next point. When do you get your money? So since Possible Finance is already linked to your bank account, it does take anywhere from 1 to 2 days for a direct deposit. But they did also add this feature where if you were to add your Visa debit card, this could take transferring your funds almost instantaneously. But they have also noted that not all Visa cards are capable, but it is worth a try. So overall, Possible Finance is a pretty good option if you're looking to borrow some money, but you don't have any credit to qualify for a traditional loan. But one of the biggest downsides with this type of loan is that the interest rates are incredibly high. Just like trying to get a payday loan or any type of short-term loan, they usually never have the best rates and they typically prowl on people who are desperate. So if you are an individual who has no credit or bad credit but are looking to build credit, this could be a viable option since you have a better chance of getting approved. But aside from that, just to get this loan, just to get some cash, I really can't recommend it. Alright guys, so that pretty much does it for me. If you guys want to support my channel, I do have a referral link down in the description below. I'll see you guys in my next videos.